friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Ultimate Knife Search. Today it's about the work tuff gear KAVIAZ, this awesome beautiful hunting blade here. But first I will, not tell you a story, but I will compare. I will grab another knife to tell a little bit how I end up with this KAVIAZ knife here. So I will say most of you know this Condor Atrox here. It is an awesome knife, and when it's come out, it was, it was something between a machete and a knife, because it was so thin, but it was light. And I immediately fall in love with this knife here, because this was a knife in a big size, and you could really hike with this knife all day without feeling you're carrying it. But there was something. I have had 3 of these knives here. Every one of them I have bent the tip on. So and somehow I put this knife a little bit to side. I have customized one of these knives here, as you can go back in my videos and see, and make it stronger. Cut the tip off and make another tip, so the knife will hold up pretty okay. But it is a little bit too thin. There's a little bit too much flexness, but I really love the shape of it. It's still look like a hunting blade type, and it's light and fast. That's something I really love it. But I have looking for a knife who are similar to this knife here in size and weight, but I could not find it. But for some few months ago I saw the work tuff gear KAVIAZ the first time, and I think a few things about this knife, but I finally now think I will give it a try, so I bought it. And a little bit more to the history of that. This has been my hiking knife for many times, the Woodcraft Gen 2, and you also know, if you have followed my channel, you have seen this knife here a lot. But if you are not so much to the tender tip, or you like a different shape or something, the KAVIAZ is a very good knife to that field, if you can say so. But this is an awesome knife also, and I have really beat the snot out of this SK85 here. So I know the steel and the heat treatment at the work tuff gear are in top shape. So let's bring me back to the KAVIAZ, guys. Look at this awesome shape, taco style kydex there, and this handle. This has some beautiful lines, and I can almost say now, guys, there are something you will hear a lot in this review here, and that's lightweight. And I am talking out from, I am a hiking guy, guys. I hike all the time. So for me, a big chopper, or a big heavy work tuff gear chopper, is an awesome knife around the camp. But when you go hiking, I really need something who is light. And I will say, guys, this knife here, it is 6 millimeters thick, 1/4 inch thick, and it has a 10-edge blade, and it only weighs 580 grams on my scales. So that's a lightweight knife, guys, for this size and thickness. So yes, let's take a look on this beautiful knife here. It is called a KAVIAZ, who means friend. I can't remember the name of the designer of it, but I have read in Work Tuff Gear homepage that the KAVIAZ mean friend in some Taiwan tribal who are hunting with blades, and this is a hunting knife, guys. Let's take a closer look on it. You can see there, I will try to hold it so you can see the whole knife. Look at it. It is so beautiful shaped. The handle, how it goes over to the blade, and it's somehow a little bit of a harpoon style hunting blade. And this recurve here, I am not so big fan of recurve blades, this blade here has a small recurve go down to this beautiful belly there. So that is awesome, and no matter how you turn this knife here, it looks awesome. You can really, I don't know why, but when I look at this nice knife here, I really think let's hunt some orcs from the Lord of the Rings or something. This is a really beautiful, and I don't care if you are the guy who has the biggest hand in the whole world, you can still hold this knife here. Look how big it is, this handle. This is awesome. And there's something more I really like. The handle is long but it's slim, so you can really feel a good grip on it when you have this hand pommel up here. What can you call it? That goes up, so it fits pretty awesome. And the chopping power in the end here. So, and again guys, as I mentioned, you will hear this a lot, it is lightweight guys. For a knife in this thickness and length, it only weighs 580 grams, so it's so awesome. I really love this knife here, how it is smooth and how it's wheeled around. Oh yeah, it's awesome. So let's take a quicker look on the sheet here. Try to lay this around. This is the taco style sheet, and it's light. This weighs nothing, and that's something that's really awesome. And the retention of it fits so perfect. And you have a little bit rattle in there, but that does nothing for me. I don't have to sneak up on anything. So, but you cannot feel it when you move around. There's no rattle at all. It's just a little bit in the sheet. But look at it. This beautiful blade there is really awesome. I will show you quickly what I was talking about. They are not similar, but you can get the idea when you talk about these two knives here. And I will say the test today, I will beat the snot out of this KAVIAZ here, because I really want to find out if it is a stronger. I think it is a stronger because of the steel and the heat treatment Work Tough gear do. But you can see the tip is a little bit thicker, or the KAVIAZ on the Atrax. So I really had some high hopes for this KAVIAZ here, because I love the shape and how this knife wheeled around. And that's also the case with the Atrax, but the Atrax is not strong enough. So I really hope this knife is. And you can see there 6 millimeters. It comes with this is I choose the acid edge watch finish on the blade, because I think it look awesome. And it's a G10 handle, and this is a Gen 1 with a little bit thinner handle. This is G10. You can also get it in Mikata handles. I don't know, but I think the Mikata is a little bit thicker. But I really love that acid finish on the blade there, and this handle is really awesome. No matter how you hold the knife, it is a good, awesome looking badass hunting blade to look at. Yes, let's see. I will try quickly to take this one also to compare. You can see the Woodcraft Gento and the KAVIAZ is a little bit the same size. The KAVIAZ is a hair longer at the handle, and no, I think the blade length is about the same. And there are something more I really like with the KAVIAZ. You can see at the Woodcraft Gento, the choil. I am not a choil fan, guys, you know that, but the choil is in the blade here, a little bit in the recrasso and the blade. But at the KAVIAZ, you have the handle that goes up about the choil there. So, and somehow you can say, of course, when you do this, you can use this as a choil, but you can also do this, and this choil is not so aggressive. So we can say, is there a choil? Yeah, there are, but I don't think they do anything for the blade. So in this case, I really love how the choil is integrated in the handle or the ricasso there. So that's awesome. Yes, let's go on and see if this knife can hold up. I will really be a little bit hard on this knife and on the tip, because I will really want to test it. Because if this knife hold up, I think this can be my hiking knife for the year, guys. One of them. And I have a lot coming up, hiking trips for everywhere around the country here. So I really hope that this can be my new hiking knife for this year. So yes, let's find out. Guys, let's start with some forfeit drops and see the balance on this knife. And that's awesome. Straight and some hard throws. Look at the bite on it. The bite all the way through there. There's some awesome bites. And I can see already now it has some fleckness to it. So let's see. I have made this baton stick here, so you can really cut some wood here. So let's see. I can start off light here with some batoning and see how this goes. And they go right through this big knot there. You can see there. The knife is tapered down, but not so much. You can hit it there without hurting your baton stick too much. So that's awesome. Let's try a bigger one here and see if we can go through it. It goes right through it with no problems. It's awesome. Awesome. Let's try a bigger piece there. There's a lot of knots, so let's see if we can get through it. It slices right through it, guys. I think there's a big knot there. Yes, you can see there. I must say, batoning is approved. That's awesome. And let's take a little piece here to see if we can make some feathers. Oh yes, it really can. This grind here on this knife and how this is set up, and when you are used to use a knife who has a recurve, you can really make some fine curls with this type of knife here. It's not just a hunting knife, it is a camp knife also. Look at this. This is awesome. And let's see if this is a beautiful end here, but I think you can hammer on it if you are careful. So you will get through it. Don't know if you can make this piece up there. Give a little bit more. And now I am hitting only the tip, guys. This is only the tip, because let's try another thing here. Let's go through this. Yes, no problem. And let's do a little bit tip test, guys. This is something I've been a little bit worried about, because the tip is not so thick. So I will start out light and I will really hope this tip here is stronger than it is on the Atrox, because this was a good knife. I think the design of it and the shape was awesome, but the tip was not strong. But let's take a look here, guys. The tip is still straight as an arrow, and I want to do some little bit more prey buying. Of course, this type of hunting blade here, if you want a prey bar, this is not the knife for you, but you can do something like this, and that's enough for me for a hiking knife to can do something like this. You can see I am really taking up big thongs there, and the knife is still straight. I will show you guys. This was one of my biggest concerns. This was, could the tip hold up to something like this? Don't know if you can get in focus. Maybe if I do like this or like this. Yes, you can see the tip is still straight, and that's awesome. Just really love the lightness. As I mentioned, guys, I say this many times, this is a light, fast knife. I really love this hunting blade here. Let's try to see when you cut something like this. It's a little windy out here, but it goes through these work tough gear knives here. Are really sharp. Look at this. That's something I really like also, when the blade is narrow or slim. It's easy to get the tip into something, and I don't know if you can make a push cut. This here is soaking wet, so let's try to use this as a board. See if we can do something like here. It is sharp, guys. Really sharp, and you can look at this. You chop pieces of this nylon rope here with ease. And yes, this is so awesome sharp. And if you want to make something to the camp, so, and have some good chopping grip there for some light choppings. Look at the bite. It bites really heavy every time, because this is a slicer knife. Normally guys, when you chop, you do like this and pull straight back. Do like this and pull straight back, because if you have a weak edge, you can, when you do something like this, you can damage your edge, and if you have a hollow grind or something. But this convex edge, flat grind there with a convex edge, is this strong. And this is a test, guys, so I want to know if this can hold up. So that's why I am doing it, what can you say, not correctly, because you have to do like this, but I am doing like this. This is only because I will test the knife, and it holds up. I really like the feel of it. This is fast, and that's something I appreciate with a knife. Yes, I really love it, and you can do this small chops also. Yes, that's awesome, and you have some fine control over it. I really love this hunting blade here. The KAVIAZ, guys, that's awesome. and it's light. Yes guys, we all know it. This is a hunting blade, so of course I have to throw this as a spear, and there are something I will tell you about this. Let's try to get some focus there. You can see there are a lashing point there, and there are two in the ends. So that's mean you put the paracord into it there, and you take a knot, and you can go all the way through it, and you can paracord to this end there, and you have a perfect spear attachment. And there's something more guys. This knife here is almost straight, so if you can't hunt with this thing, you can hunt with anything. I am a little bit curious about, because I know this is a 1/4 inch thick here, but the blade is thin out and also at the tip. So let's see how it holds up, and we'll just try to throw this as a spear. And oh yes, I really hope it holds up. Let's try to find a good distance. And it has got good weight to it. So let's see how it goes. Yes. There's some good flatness to it. And oh yeah, the bite is awesome guys. I'm telling you. And I'll check. And the blade is still straight. Let's try one more time and see. Take a little bit further away. Now I'm about 5 or 6 meters, and see how it works. Yes. Try to take you guys and see. Look at the bite. This is really awesome. And let's check it. The bite, you can really hunt something with that. And now the big questions. Yes, the blade is still straight as an arrow, and that's awesome. I was really worried about this test here guys, because this is so hard with the heat treatment. If this is not done correctly, you will bend this blade here. Trust me guys, I have done this many times. So, but look at this guys, look at it. I will try to, so you can get the full sight of this spear attachment there. It's awesome with this KAVIAZ, and it's perfect for this type of hunting because it only weighs 580 grams and it's straight, so it's awesome to attachment to something like this. And you can decide yourself if you want to do this for hunting or not. I do it just for fun, and also to test the manufacturer's heat treatment, and this test here is done with bravura. Awesome. Let's see how the heat treatment again on this KAVIAZ here. I will not lie guys, this knife here is a slim knife, so of course this is not so strong when you try to stand on it. And you can say, why stand on a knife? Do you have to do this? No, you don't. But I like to do this one of my tests to see again the heat treatment. And I want to rely on, and if I should ever get in that situation, I know I could stand on a knife without a worry. So let's try to find some spot here and hammer it in and see. And also I am hammering on the scales here. I know, let's try to, let's see there if this is enough, and I will try to stand easy at the first to see if This was a quick one. And of course there are some fleckings in the blade. It is not the widest blade in the world. And let's try again. I am leaning up 2 or 3 against me here, guys, just to get the balance. But you can really see now, and I am 125 kilos, guys. That really put some pressure on this blade here. Let's try one more time. This SK85, and let's now try to get it out and see, just to get the dust on it. And I will try to see with you guys, and I don't think so. No, the blade is still straight. And see if we can get some focus there. Yes, you can see. Maybe others. No, I thought there was some bend at the tip, but no. And you can see there, guys, I really hammered on the end on these G10 scales there, and there are nothing, just some moisture there. I will go home and clean off, and this knife will be as good as new. This is an awesome hunting blade, guys, and I will mention one more time, it's only 580 grams for this long and 1/4 inch thick blade there. It's awesome. These knives here, normally the work tough gear knives, I'm carrying over my chest, and I normally do that also when I am hiking. But this knife here is so light, I can easily carry it here at the side, and sometimes, because I have this pants, I put it down there. So if you do like this, you don't see the knife so much, but this is no problem. Let's see if you can chop. You have some 3-inch old tree here who need to be cut down, and I have a good grip if I hold it back here, and this awesome handle here. Yes, let's try to chop it. Look at the bite, guys, the bite. It almost do halfway through. That's awesome, guys. Look at this, 2 chops. I know this was leaning forward, so, but you can really chop with this. Let's try to take it here. Now it has a little bit more flex, so. You can really chop with this knife here, with no doubt. And you can also, if you want to, slide some bark off. See, like this. If you need something to your shelter, or from a good ground for a fireplace, if you don't have anything, you can do like this, and you can open. So that's awesome. Guys, the work tough gear is very good to make a 90-degree spine, so they have also done that on this knife here. So let's see if you can throw some sparks. See if you can. Some pretty good sparks there, guys. I hope you can see it. So I must say, all in all, This is an awesome knife. This KAVIAZ hunting blade here. I will be honest, guys, in this review, and I am always honest. I bent the tip a little bit. I don't know where I'm gonna do it. I have straightened it up again. I don't know. I don't think it was the prey buying, because I checked the tip after that. So, but I could see when I was finished here, and I will clean the knife a little bit up, I could see the tip was a little bit bent. Not much, but just a little bit. I put it back in the stump and I threw it the other way, and I got a straight tip again. I will say, guys, I really love this knife here. It is an awesome hunting blade, and I have been a little bit hard with it today, more than I will, what can I say, usually will be with a knife I use for my hiking trips. But I always test them a little bit harder than I do on my trips, because I want to be 100% sure that I can take the knife for anything and take it with me. I have only good things to say on this knife here. I like the design of it, the lines. I think it's beautiful, it's light, it's fast, the sheet is light. This is really a knife you can take with you at many times, at the camp, at a hiking trip. You can show it off. Look at this, guys. You don't have this blade here. I really think it looks so badass with these lines here and this handle. The only thing, what can you say, downside or negative, I have to say, that was a mirror there, guys, so I can see, if you can see what I can see. I'll try to see if you are in focus. Yes, you are. The only thing I have with this knife here is I would really had liked that they have make a tip a little bit thicker. This is not so weak as the ATROX knife, as I shown you at the start of the video, but you can bend the tip if you are not cautious with what you are doing. You can do some small prey bars. You saw at the start of the video, I make some small prey bars with this knife here, and they could do with perfect flying colors. But you have to be curious. But this is also a hunting blade, guys. It's made for stabbing, and it can stab. No matter how I set this in a stump or throw it as a spear, it will go deep every time. It goes maybe like this, so you can pierce anything with this blade here. It is so beautiful and awesome, and I really like it. I cannot understand. I can see at the homepage for Work Tough gear, there are still some of them available. Also flat knives in Switzerland, they are available. But I think this knife here had not get so much hype as the camp knife they have and other knife the Work Tough gear made. So maybe that's why. But there are many guys out there who just collect knives, and I can maybe say I think this look beautiful. But it's not so big like the big choppers. But for me, as a hiking person, I really love something who are big and lightweight, and this is the case here, guys. This is a really awesome, beautiful knife, and I love it. I only have one thing more. No, that's not all, guys. I have made a knife. You know, I have made a knife before, the Viking Warrior. If you have followed my channel, I made Kukuri House made it. I have made a second knife now who are come to me, and in this week here I will make a review on that knife also. This is a whole different knife in this knife here. So, but I hope you you will follow that channel here and subscribe to it and see the, what can you say, the second generation of my Viking knives. So yes, that would be awesome. But the KAVIAZ, It's an awesome knife. I really love it. I love the look of it, the shape of it, how to use it. It is fast, it is strong. Be cautious with the tip, guys, but when that's been said, you can do anything with this knife here. It is awesome. And I only have one thing more to say. Don't go hiking. Go hiking!